Today's Tuesday, December the 11th, 2018. And I'm going to call the Golf Course Advisory Board, City of Pharr, to order. We go to item 1. We go A, roll call and possible action on excusing any absent member of the governing body. So we have 2 members absent.
George
Roll call.
Gonzalez,
Present.
Oscar Villagomez,
Here.
Javier Martinez,
Here.
Alicia Avendaño,
Here.
Javier Garcia,
Here.
Jaime Villarreal,
Here.
Rudy Martinez, Artemio Palacios,
Here.
and Juan Willingham.
Myra, did you get a call from,
I didn't get a response from Mr. Willingham. Rudy is,
oh, his father-in-law is in the hospital. Yeah. Okay, Willie, no, he didn't answer back, so I need him.
I so move, Mr. Chairman, that we excuse both of them, I guess.
Nice second, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, motion to excuse both Juan Willingham and Rudy Martinez, second by George.
Sir?
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? None. So let's see, they're excused. Item 2 will be administrative report. A, approval of minutes for October the 9th, 2018 regular call meeting. Did you see it? Did you read it?
You need a motion?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second it. Okay, we have motion to
Approve.
approve as written, what is presented
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
by George and second by Oscarito.
Yes.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approved. B, consideration and action, if any, on revenue expenditure report for the month of September and October 2018. Mike?
Good evening, gentlemen, and happy holidays
Thank you.
to each and every one of you. Because we did not have a meeting last month, we're gonna go ahead and go through the revenue and expenditure report for September and October this month. And we will start with September. Top of your head, revenues for the month of September, $49,649 and some change, with expenditures of $73,947. Taking a special note comparing September of this year to September of last year. Basically, it's a positive variance as far as revenue goes of about $5,000, and the positive variance with expenditures of about $48,000 less as far as the revenue and expenditures go. I got pretty excited looking at those numbers when I saw that in September, but when I looked at September and August expenditures and everything else, and looked at how we were doing in August, September, it was pretty close. It's a matter of a timing issue, I do believe, to where depending on the timing determines when the expenditure is going to be pulled out. So we were pretty close to being flat, pretty close to being even when you look at August and September expenditures combined versus August and September of this year combined. So again, overall revenues of September, $49,650, and compared to 44,092. Moving on into the Moving on into their kitchen and the kitchen revenue for month of October, month of September, I apologize. Sorry. Beer revenue, $2,847 with a cost of $2,352, showing a profit of $494 and some change. Moving over into the food revenue, $4,200 on revenue with a cost of $3,566, showing a profit of $640 when it comes to food. Now, when we look into the end results, really for September, when we factor in the payroll, and we have our final results, when we add the total beer and food revenue along with the cost of the food and the payroll, we have an approximate total revenue of $757.63. That is for the year.
Kitchen.
Llegamos a eso. Do you have anything else, Mike?
I'm sorry, I'm waiting for the,
Okay.
I was waiting for y'all to okay October, but I guess I'll go ahead and go ahead. I mean, I was waiting for you to do October, September, but I'll go into October. I apologize. I was waiting for you all. Going into, now looking into October. We had revenue of $56,455 compared to, with expenditures of $63,923. The, looking at the, compared to October of prior year, we were at $57,900, so revenue was pretty much flat. Flat compared to, comparing the two Octobers, and with expenditures of $83,596 for October of 2017 and 18. What is important to note there is there was again a variance of about $20,000 less spent in October of this year than what was October of last year. Moving on to the kitchen revenue for October. We had beer revenue of $2,847 and some change, with a cost of $2,352, showing a profit of $494 and some change. Food revenue was $4,206 with a cost of $3,566, showing a profit of $640. When we couple that in with payroll, we had a total payroll for the month of October of $4,631.86. As a result, for the month of October, the approximate total revenue was a negative $3,496 and some 80 cents.
Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
Can I ask a question, Mike?
Sure.
And I'm still trying to digest some of the comparisons. Last year's, you basically broke even in the beer and the food revenue versus the cost. we made $757. I don't see any month where we lost
That much.
anything compared to October. And I know you made gave an explanation. I'd just like to hear it again, because we're already in the red at 34.96 for month one. But I don't know if that's what happened last year for month one last year in October of 2017. Could you elaborate on that?
From looking at the notes and everything else, what I am looking at is that we had overall for October, we had basically October of 2017, from prior year, we had basically payroll was part of it to take care of that, because we had, this year around, we had two cooks versus one.
Let me interject, and I want to see if this is going to the one that says City of Pharr, October 2018. I see that your markup, it seems to be the difference for this year versus October of last year. Because if you look at your markups, which is your revenue less cost, where your profit shows 494 and 640 respectively, I see that your markup is giving you your net revenue being positive. So is there a reason why, did we lower the prices on our food and our beer?
No, we did not lower the prices on, as a matter of fact, we did go up on some of the items that we
Well,
did
would
as
that
far as
mean
the
that-
food goes.
So if it cost me $1 and I raised it from $1.50 to $2, I would be showing that I made $1 extra.
You would be
This-
showing that you
this-
made dollar extra if the volume was there and the timing of the invoices were correct. We go off of, when the cost and everything else is, we go off of what, the timing of the invoices when they're entered through the city through Encode.
Which leads me to this other question. Then the cost of the product that you sold is not what you're showing us. It's the cost of the product that you have.
How?
Okay. Which means that if you have leftover product at the end of the month, that means the cost of your product for next month will be less and your revenue should show a profit.
more.
Except,
It
in
should.
looking at that, if you
theory.
go with that premise, I looked at last year's 12 months history, and it shows a complete gain for every month. There's no month that you had a negative at all.
Correct.
Do y'all see that? I mean, it shows that the minimum that we made, even in September, okay, so we've done this for 2 months in a row. If you look at September of 2018, it says we made 494 and 640. And is this a typo? You see how September of 2018 says that we profited 494.94 and 640.12 for September of 18, and the exact
And
same
the
number?
same numbers there.
Is that correct? Because those figures look
It
like they
looks
were
like that.
copied and pasted there.
Well, that's actually beyond looking at September, and there, everything is the exact same.
There's,
Correct revenue
be.
and cost, so that cannot be. That
Something's
cannot be,
wrong
that's a
there.
typo, that is a typo on cut and paste on our part. What I can do then, gentlemen, as far as the month of October goes, what we'll have to do is revisit October when we meet in January, so you'll have the up-to-date results. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Well, you can do that by next month, Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah, give us an.
definitely.
Give us a.
yeah, most
just-
definitely, yes,
You know,
that's copy and
we
paste.
definitely want to show City Hall where we truly are.
Agreed, no doubt, no doubt. And I didn't catch that, my apologies, gentlemen, that's, so I see exactly what you're talking about.
Mike, before you get out of where you at, do you need a menu this big?
Actually,
Big really-
as far
You can't
as, let me ask a question, when you're talking about menu this big, you
There's,
mean
there's
that
the-
in depth or just that style?
There's a lot of things here that you'll never buy. You know, for the first time I went and got tacos. And I ordered 4, and Virginia said $7. And I said, $7? I used to pay 6. He says he went out 25 cents, $1.75 for a taco. You have to, a lot of things in this menu, people will never buy.
Okay?
You gotta make a little menu where people will enjoy it and they buy more. Because this is the waste of money if you buy all these things that and you will never use and the meat will get spoiled.
Oh, well,
I was surprised when I
like
saw
any
it.
other restaurant, Oscar, like any other restaurant, what we did is we reformatted the restaurant. I mean, we reformatted the menu.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you cannot compete with like Applebee. Applebee's got a
Nobody's
big
saying
turnover.
we are competing with Applebee's.
No, but that's why I said Applebee is okay to have a menu this big, but not the kitchen.
Okay.
The kitchen only need is one side.
Well,
What
I know some certain
do you
people.
object to there, Oscar?
Do you ever eat there? Do you
Every day.
do you eat everything in the back?
I eat there every day. Every morning I eat there.
Do you eat everything? I said everything on that
Oh,
menu.
no, of course not, because I don't like
Okay,
everything.
then that's what I'm talking about.
So you just want a new menu?
Yeah, a small one. You don't need a great big menu. You don't need a dictionary.
I believe fewer items is what he's
How do you
saying.
know that people don't
Fewer
order
items, you mean?
Number 4.
You want fewer
Size
items,
of the menu, the paper, or?
No, it's just
Everything,
the-
everything
the
here.
number of items,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
number
Everything
of
here
plates.
sells.
People will never buy
Please,
it.
hey, Eddie,
Let me ask a question. Okay, so, obviously, I would think that if he's selling stuff like this, whether he sells 5 or 10 or 15, that's something that you would have to decide whether or not you need to continue. My question to you is, does everything on this menu get ordered by somebody at some point in time or another?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so if the demand is there, you need the supply there. So I guess, you know, that's really the main thing. Unless you're only selling one biscuit and gravy plate in the morning, and you're saying, and I would expect you to tell us, you know what, I'm gonna take that off the menu. If it ain't selling and I'm throwing them away, you need to make that executive decision and.
And it's so
That's kinda
simple
what we do.
because the cooks can have the menu and just put a check mark after every item for an entire week and say, okay, this stuff's sold, and we haven't touched this in 2 or 3 weeks,
That's right.
you know, and then
How
you can
how
cut
many,
back.
how many,
so all you need to do is just
Yeah.
do it, you know, if you get an inventory, like.
We do
my
have the
mistakes.
inventory, gentlemen, before we get off, we do have it. That is what
In
I
the
call,
computer.
in the computer, that is a living document. I
Mike,
can take things out, I can add things in. One of the things that was expressed to me during my time, during the winter months, is that our clientele wanted more variety. Right.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Mike. That's just, but if there was some way of keeping track and saying, and which there is in the computer, it says, I sold an egg sandwich. So you know that you sold 10 egg sandwiches that week? Keep that on.
That may be worth keeping on the menu, but obviously if it's
was just
not
saying-
moving, then that's something. Yes, right.
you got chicken, fried steak there.
People
People will come in, you buy a box of chicken, a month later, you still got a half of it. So you didn't make no money because now the meat is rotten, you have to throw it away.
No.
Obviously,
Let me-
they must not have
Chicken
freezers.
fried steak.
Jaime, listen up.
Yeah.
If you guys go to page 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then
You have it,
daily-
you have it here,
It
right?
has your daily sales.
You have it in here.
Detailed report.
It's already in here.
And
Yeah,
you can
put
see
it-
Food
here,
and
though,
beverage.
what he
There
goes
you go.
down.
Don't get mad, Mike, at me.
No, I'm not. I mean,
Goes
I understand
forward.
your point, but what we're doing now compared to what has not happened is the fact that that menu that was in the grill was there for
Pues mira, no le entiendo
years.
aquí, pero este es
Nobody ever
current.
touched it. It was
Yeah.
the same thing.
Beverages.
It was the same thing over and
Year to
over.
date.
Point being is that we took it upon to change the menu and add some
que se vende,
variety
que no
to
se
it
vende.
because of what I went through with our clientele for the 6 months that they were down here, add some variety to it. And then, it doesn't mean if it's on the menu that it's gonna stay on the menu. If it moves, it moves. If it doesn't, it goes like anybody else.
You
It
know,
goes
you know
bye-bye.
what the winter's like? Charro beans.
Yeah, sandwiches, you know.
They're crazy about charro beans, and I don't see it on the menu. They all want charro beans.
Well, maybe Oscar, you can bring some.
I like charro beans, I just like the soup, not the beans.
Okay.
Okay.
Page 3 of 3.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
tells you how many.
3 of 3, dijo.
Yeah.
No, it
So,
doesn't.
Judge, I think,
Yeah,
what I see here is that, you go to any restaurant and you look at the menus, and not, I can see, 5 items, but I don't touch them, because I don't want to eat the stuff, so it's going to be just me individually. But what about George or Jaime? They come and order some of those items.
Deluxe nachos.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're going to
Never
take
had
it
'em,
away
never
from
had 'em
us. They're
before,
gonna
stuff
take
like
it
that.
because I
That's
don't want it.
order 'em all the
I don't- I order something over here all the time.
Mr. Chairman, may I ask a question that's not related to the menu, but it is related to the kitchen? This morning I was there for breakfast, and Dave Johnson's group took off. There were 15 of them.
Right.
Then the ladies took off. I think there was about, I would say 30, maybe more. And then Paradise Park took off. And I think they had about 50 or 60, maybe more. I have no idea. But
Yeah.
anyway, here's the problem. Virginia was the only one working the kitchen.
Virginia was the only one.
I mean, it was a mess. Trying to take care of the regulars, because we're regulars, and trying to take care of the ladies and the Winter Texans. I mean, the Paradise Park guys. And so, was there a problem with having another cook, or do we have cooks when?
That
we know, for
was
example,
a-
that on Tuesday, there's 3 groups that take off real early.
Correct.
And then Wednesday, we've got another big group. And Thursday, we have Robert Ramos's group, and then the couples. Do you schedule people to be there when we're really busy?
Yes, we do.
hap-
But what happened on this is it was a scheduling error, and what we've discovered is that we've had to move people around because on Tuesday afternoons, once Paradise Park finishes, we have on period
see,
Tuesdays,
the
55-cent wing day. And that is hugely
Huge.
popular, something new that the Winter Texans are really liking, the fact that they're coming in, and it's both Tuesday with the ladies and Paradise Park, so we've had to do some shuffling around. It may become to a point that because of the activity in the morning and with what we're trying to create in the afternoon, we're gonna have to take a look at the scheduling and do things that we have normally not done.
Okay.
It's just the
Let's
fact that
adjust.
we're adding things. We're
Yeah,
adding
well,
things.
just a
that's moving
question,
things
because
around.
I saw her going all up and down and
Yeah.
trying to please everyone, which she does a great job with. Anyway.
But the one thing that we brought in this year, and again, going back to the restaurant, was we started a not necessarily happy hour, but something called 55-cent Wing Tuesdays.
It's on your app.
There you go. Yes, yes, absolutely. And so that has become very popular with both the ladies and the men. The player in Paradise Park, and that's something that we never did last year for them, so on. So that's been an added plus.
Yeah,
So
it's been very
another
popular.
activity for them to try to create extra food and beverage business.
Good. That was it, Mr. Chairman. If he's done, are you done with your report?
Yes, on the deal, I'm done with the financials, yes, sir,
Okay.
And expenditure.
and expenditures.
And he's gonna revise that last
Okay, yeah.
portion.
Yeah.
The one thing I would say is based
To
off
me,
of George.
I noticed that-
Comment was September. We need to, thoughts with September, if everybody's good with September, approve September. October should wait till we meet January, so on, so we can fix that cut and paste issue that we had.
Cool.
I mean, I noticed we have item A and B, no C, no, the operational report
No, we did, that was basically
on the.
my call
on-
because that was supposed to been, that was gonna be taken off this month because Foresight was gonna be here.
Foresight will be
and do their presentation.
Okay, so.
But that'll be back in for January. That's a must, and you all need to be abreast and know what is happening operational-wise on my side, and of course with what's happening on the golf course with Eddie. That was just not included this month because of because of the timing issue with Foresight. But that'll be
You
back
called me,
in.
you mentioned that
January.
they wanted an hour and a half or two to give their findings or their presentation.
Yes.
But I have one thing I just want to mention here, because you're down, right, correct with your report?
Yes, sir, I am.
Before we go item 3 now.
We need to approve.
I mentioned before, if you have the board members, if you have anything you want to discuss, whether in open session or in, executive, you have the right, see Myra, I guess you take care of the, or visit with Mike and tell him what you want that item placed on the agenda, because if the item is not on the agenda, by rule, you cannot discuss.
And/or
Excuse me, and I'm saying this because Jaime has a good issue, a good thing he wants to discuss, but
It's not on the agenda.
It's
and
not
I
on the
understand that,
agenda,
Mr. Chairman, but I was wondering if I could have just a second to thank Roel Garza for the great job he did while he was here.
I was going to get to that.
I'm
No,
sorry.
go ahead.
sorry.
But no,
Okay,
let me
okay.
finish, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
we
okay.
all have.
All right.
So you guys, if you want an item, so we can be able to discuss it, like I said, open or in executive, be sure you get with Mike or Myra and put it on the agenda. But remember, it has to be for 72 hours posted before we can bring it to the meeting.
also,
You guys have
and/or
the right. I mean, you don't have to come in and just because I'm the chairman of this or whatever. No, yeah, you have the right. You go visit with the man.
and/or something, and/or if the item can be discussed in the status report for golf course operations. If you've got a question, if you have a question between now and next time, I can put that in I can put that into golf course operations as far as what the answer is and what you are looking for, so on. It can be addressed that way too.
Yeah, golf course operations?
Yes,
Would that be?
That's the status report that I give you normally each
That's a
month.
general topic that we could talk about.
Sure, because we go over
different things.
greens, we go over tees, fairways, clubhouse. Yes.
That's good.
That's within the item that's posted.
Yeah, that's correct.
Any questions on that, guys? Any comment?
No, sir, I just, whenever you're ready for the motion so that we can make the amendment on, as he requested for item B.
Oh, yeah, to make it,
Because save and accept the month of October's portion of it.
Correct.
Because you're not gonna get that finalized till next month.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a motion for that, I guess. You don't, any other, you don't want any additions or deletions? And,
well, I'll let you, Mr. Chairman.
I know you-
Thank Roel Garza
no,
for
no,
the
no,
way.
you're gonna do it. Everybody can, on that item.
I wonder,
Let's stay with item B.
okay.
You want me to make the motion?
Yeah, but let's make a motion.
Let me
first
make
on
the
this.
motion, Mr.
Yes,
Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
I would like to make a motion to approve item 2B, consideration and action, if any, on revenue and expenditure report for the months of September, save and accept the month of October until they audit and correct the correct figures until next month, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Well, Oscar seconds that.
We have the
Oscar,
motion
déjalo.
set on the floor over to approve September and
October.
in October, no, with the changes. With the audit, no, make sure they have the correct numbers.
Yes.
And I have a second from
Oscar.
Who?
Oscar.
Oscar. You second that, Oscar?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on that? Not, all in favor?
Aye.
All against? Not in. So it's approved. Okay, before we adjourn, I'm gonna turn the floor to
Thank you, gentlemen.
Jaime. Thank you, Mike.
Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to say that Roel Garza has left us, as we all know, and I wanted to say what a great job he has done in all aspects of city government, and particularly at the golf course. He was very instrumental in helping Mike.
When is he leaving? Excuse me.
He has left.
He took my pictures.
Took your what?
What picture? We're still, we haven't adjourned yet. What's your mouth?
I don't want to make a motion or any declaration or anything. I just wanted to make you all aware that he left and how much we appreciated him. And that was it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Anybody else? Any other comment? I want to second
Thank you.
what board member, no, if you had stated, And I'll be honest with you, I agree with you. Everybody liked him. Everybody, he was always around. They needed him, and to me, it was wrong what happened. But that's my opinion, and I just wish him the best. God bless him, but I'm sure that a lot of employees, you're going to miss him. Mike, I know you're going to miss him. And Mr. G, I always call him Mr. G. Thanks for your service, and God bless you. Anybody else? Item 3, adjournment.
I so move.
Okay, we have motions to
Second.
to adjourn, but member Gabriel, second by
Oscar.
Oscarito. All in favor?
Aye.
Adjourn. You guys have a Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
You too, Chairman.
Hi, Ra.
God
Just
bless
press
you. God
this.
bless you guys.